Good afternoon, I'm Jimmy James. You're watching Catch It Live first. We've got the Moto GP Sprint Race for you from Assen. It's as live because today we've been at a festival in Exeter. Let's rock, plenty of 80s music. Great day, plenty of sun. But we've missed the sport. But we are doing a catch-up now. So we've got just getting up the qualifying positions. So we've got Pecco Bagnaia P1, Jorge Martin P2, Maverick in third, Alex Marquez fourth, Aleix in fifth, Digi Antonio, great effort, sixth, a crashing Marc Marquez in seventh, Frankie Morbidelli, he's in eighth, Brad Binder ninth, and Pedro Acosta, that rounds out your top 10. The guys are just on the warm-up lap now, so we'll let them get around and then we'll get away. Tomorrow morning we will be live with you. We'll have the chat up, the live chat. So we'll be doing Moto 3, Moto 2, and then finally, I think it's a 1 o'clock start. The big one, Moto GP Assen. What a fantastic circuit this is. If you've never ridden it, ride it. It's fast, frightening in places, but good fun. Got the flagman at the front there. All the lowering devices are kicking in. They'll be banned in a couple of years, so it'll be back as it was. We've got the flagmen are off. We've got the red lights on. Go, go, go. Cracking start from Pecco Bagnaia. Jorge Martin slots in behind him now into T1. Hopefully they all get through. Is everybody going to get through there? It's clean up to now. Yep, we've got a snake forming. Can't see if that's Marc Marquez in third or his brother. It looks like Binder's had a good start as well. So at the front from Pecco now, he's got Jorge Martin. These two are going to try and break away. It's a short race, a sprint race, so just 13 laps. Bit of chatter for Martin there on the right-hander. Oh my word. Martin, it's almost like his lowering device has not clicked in proper after hitting the brakes with a bit of smoke as well. He just couldn't stay with the Duke up front, even though he's on a 24 Ducati himself, but he'll be slightly behind with the upgrades as the season goes on. Temperatures look like they're up as well. But they're not going to have any tyre issues with a shortened race, that's for sure, but they're battering on from the start. Coming through the Gertsen chicane there. End of lap 1, it's going to be Bagnaia P1, Martin P2, it is Alex Marquez in P3, Mavericks in 4th, Marc Marquez 5th, cracking start from Brad Binder 6th, Aleix Espargaro in 7th, Frankie Morbidelli in 8th, and that is Marc Marquez. I think he lost the front. He's going to be alright there, but we just saw it in the background, but the way his bike crashed, yellow flag sector 1, it looked like he lost the front and ended up in the gravel trap on his ear. Not good for him really. He's going to be at least 44 points behind in the championship now. The good thing is it's a sprint race, so it's not full points, but he isn't going to be happy with that. He'll be wanting a better showing tomorrow. So his brother's taking up the mantle now for Pramac in third, Alex Marquez. Do a quick top 10, Bagnaia P1. Oh, we'll do it in a minute because we're just going to see Marquez's crash. Did he lose the front? Yeah, he took too much curb there, unsettled the bike and lost the front. A little bit greedy there. We've got Bagnaia P1, Martin P2, Alex Marquez P3, although he's just been done by Maverick Vinales in 4th, so they'll flip-flop. Brad Binder 5th, Alessio Spargaro in 6th, Enea Bastianini 7th, Di Gianantonio 8th, Quartararo 9th, good showing, Frankie Morbidelli in 10th. If you're a Pedro Acosta fan, he's just behind Morbidelli in 11th. So Pecco's not getting away from Martin at the front. I think now that maybe Martin just didn't quite have his tyre up to temperature, but on that first lap he was struggling to keep the same line as Pecco. Pecco puts the fastest lap of the race in. Frankie Morbidelli's got a warning. I'm assuming that's going to be a track limits warning already. One more time and he'll be getting a long lap penalty. Bit of a gap at the front now. Bagnaia and Martin are just dropping Vinales, so he's going to have to put the hammer down and close that gap. Whether he drags Alex Marquez and Brad Binder with him, we'll see. Because behind Binder now, Alessio Spargaro, there's a little bit of a gap. Just through ramps up now, they're going into the Gert Timmer chicane. No chance though there. Alex Marquez, good on the brakes on the Ducati. Brad Binder's got a good run out of there, but he might have a look into T1. No. He'll just stay station. He'll be putting a move in shortly though, because with 10 laps to go, he won't want to be hanging behind Alex Marquez. You can see Maverick pulling away, and obviously Jorge Martin and Pecco in P1. Pedro Acosta in 11th. That's unusual, that. I thought he would have been putting a better showing in. Maybe he's having some setup issues, or has he got a bit of an injury? I'm not sure. I didn't see qualifying, so I couldn't tell you. And we've no live chat, so we can't ask anybody. Pedro Acosta's now got a track limit warning as well. That's early to be getting that. So Frankie Morbidelli and Acosta are going to have to be on the best behaviour. And believe it or not, Morbidelli's in 10th, Acosta's in 11th. Let's hope they keep it clean, especially on the last lap. Binder can't do anything about Alex Marquez again into Gert Timmer. Normally Binder's one of the last of the late breakers, as you know. Digi's putting in a good showing again. He's in 8th. Bezecchi, his teammate, struggled a little bit this year, hasn't he? He's in 13th. Just a bit of cloud coming over in Assen. That might drop the temperature of the track, which might help the KTM a little bit. Also might help the Yamaha as well, so Quartararo will be hoping the temps are going to drop just a degree or two. Marquez fans weren't happy in the crowd when he departed from his bike. 9 laps to go, yellow flag sector 3, who's dropping it? Oh, Luca Marini there on his dog of a Honda. Doesn't look like, it looks like it's a mechanical, he's not been down the road, so need to put it in a skip. Oh, I think he's blown the engine. He's blown the engine coming out of the chicane just as he goes over the start-finish line. So we're going over the line now. That's 8 laps to go. Salvador has had a crash. We've got Pecco in P1, 0.6 of a second in front of Martin in P2. Then there's a gap of 0.8 to Maverick Vinales, P3. So that'll be a podium at the end of the sprint race if it stays like this. to be honest, it could well do, because there's quite a bit of a gap then to Alex Marquez, Brad Binder and Alessia Spargaro. Still got a yellow flag in sector 3, so I hope there's no fluids on the track, because it blew in a big way. Hopefully the belly pan's caught any fluid that's coming out, but if there's anything there, you know who's going to be the first man to find out? It'll be your leader, Francesco Bagnaia. P1 for Ducati. KTM and Brad Binder still can't make headway past Alex Marquez. Got the rear pumping there though, Binder under acceleration, so he's really trying to get now on the case through Ramsoak. Went into Gert Timmer. He was thinking about it, Binder there. He had it hopping on the front, but just a bike length too far to stuff it under the inside of Alex Marquez. So at the front now, it's getting a little bit closer actually now. You've got Pecco in P1, Jorge Martin in P2, Maverick in P3. Maverick's closing that gap down to Martin. But the gap from Martin to Bagnaia is up to almost a second. Seven laps to go. Big shout out before we come into the end of the race. If you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button, give us a like. And now we're back with live streaming capabilities. Thanks for YouTube. Seeing Spence. If you can click that notifications bell, you can keep up to date with what we've got coming up in the future. I won't say you can keep abreast of what we've got coming up in future, because I've got somebody giggly at the side of me, Nicola Edworthy, very childish. Grow up. She's full of whiskey after she's been at a festival. 6 laps to go. That gap's eking up at the front now. It's 1.15 Pecco Bagnaia to Jorge Martin. Maverick's lost half a second almost to Vignales, so that's almost up to 0.9 of a second now. He was just closing in, but maybe he's made just a little bit of a mistake. I don't know about Brad Binder putting Alex Marquez under pressure, because Enea Bastianini, the beast, he's putting Brad Binder under some pressure now. So it's going to be the factory Ducati with Bastianini on, taking on the factory KTM with Brad Binder. They're both going to be pretty similar for pace. It's just going to be getting a little bit out of shape there was Binder, but there's no way when he brakes so late that Bastianini is going to get underneath him there without running wide. It's just whether he can get, you know, Pecco Bagnaia P1, he's just had a track limits warning. It's whether Bastianini can get a run through Ramshoek now onto the back of Binder and outdo him into the Gert Timmer chicane. He won't be doing it on this lap though. Binder there kind of doesn't go defensive, but if Bastianini was going to go through there, it was going to be tight. But now Alex Marquez is going to come under pressure from Brad Binder and Enea Bastianini, and if that's not bad enough, you've got Alessia Spargaro coming to play, and Frankie and Di Gianantonio. Oh my word, he's done him. I think Bastianini's just got under Brad Binder there. In fact, he did. So next up for Bastianini is going to be Alex Marquez. Yellow flag, sector 1. Alex Rins has binned it on the factory Yamaha. He looks alright though. He's up trying to get the bike back on the track. 5 laps to go. Quick update on track limits warnings. We've got Pecco Bagnaia in P1, Morbidelli in P10, Acosta in 11th, Miguel Oliveira in 12th, Bezzecchi 13th, and Raul Fernandez in 15th. They've all got track limits warnings. And as you know, one more indiscretion, and you've got a long lap penalty, and just into the Goethe chicane, Bastianini gets under Alex Marquez. He'll move into P4. And there, Alesia's run wide there. He's lost 3 places there as Aleix. So Bastianini now is going to be setting off after Maverick Vinales. Problem is there's only 4 laps to go, and I think the gap's just going to be too much. Nice clean move, that overtake. Bastianini on Alex Marquez. Rob Binder's ever so close to touching the green there. But he didn't. So at the front now, the lead's up to 1.5 seconds. Pecco Bagnaia over Jorge Martin. Martin's still in the lead of the championship though by 15 points from Pecco, so not a disaster, but Jorge Martin is going to start wanting to take some victories now. He needs to put a little bit of a dent in Bagnaia's confidence. Not to say the points haul that he's been gathering lately. Do a quick shout out for the top 10. Alex Marquez has now got a track limits warning. You've got Pecco Bagnaia P1, Martin P2, Vinales P3, then you've got Bastianini 4th, Alex Marquez 5th. My mate starting to squirm around under braking, especially Raul Fernandez has had a final indiscretion. He's now got a long lap penalty. The tyres are just starting to cry enough on the front there, it looked like, for Brad Binder on the KTM. But he's still in 6th position behind Alex Marquez. So to finish your top 10, Alex Marquez in 5th, Binder 6th, Digi 7th, Aleix 8th. Quattraro's in 9th, Frankie Morbidelli in 10th. And no forward moves by Pedro Acosta, which is intriguing, if not confusing, but maybe we've missed something. 3 laps to go. It's probably like 2.5 now. Like slightly less than 2.5. And the gap at the front is 1.5 seconds. And the gap between Martin and Vinales, 2nd to 3rd, that's almost 2 seconds. So it looks like the podium's set fair. 2 laps to go, just crosses the line as Bagnaia. Bastianini's pulled away from Alex Marquez now, but there's 4 bikes that are going to be squabbling for 5th. Oh, Alex Marquez has just got a long lap penalty now, so that's going to make it a little bit easier for Binder, Digi and Aleix, who are right behind him. He's got a long lap penalty with just 2 laps to go. Maverick Vinales is going to have to be careful though in 3rd, but he's not under pressure from anyone behind, and he's not giving pressure to anyone in front of him, so it can be a nice relaxing ride to the end. So once Alex Marquez takes his long lap penalty, or if he doesn't take it because there's only 2 laps to go, they'll have time onto him at the end of the race, he's not going to be in the 5th that he currently holds, so it's going to be Binder in 5th, Digi in 7th, Aleix Alessia will move up 1 to 7th. Just curious as to whether Alex Marquez is going to take his long lap penalty or if he's going to take the time penalty at the end of the race. I think he's going to come out somewhere like 10th. But if he comes out... Ooh, it's getting a little bit tight into the Gert Timmer chicane there. And Alex Marquez has just lost 3 places coming out of the chicane. Digi is now at the lead of that group with Alessia Spargaro in 6th. Brad Binder in 7th. Binder looks like he's done his front tyre. But in fact, Binder's rear tyre didn't look too good there either. But this is the last lap now, so it's not got too much more mileage to go. The problem is getting a move done on Alessia Spargaro doesn't look like it's going to be possible for Binder. But that doesn't mean it's going to stop him trying. Alessia's got his eyes set firmly on Digi Antonio. We know where that move's going to possibly happen. It's going to be at the final chicane. It could end in tears. We've seen it before. Alex Marquez isn't going to take his long lap penalty, so he's going to have a time penalty added on at the end of the race. Pecco Bagnaia, he's been impeccable at the front from the start. Got a good start, pulled away from Jorge Martin. First 2 or 3 corners, Martin couldn't live with him. And then he's just pretty much kept the gap. There we go. Oh my word, that's a huge crash as Pecco Bagnaia goes across Alessia. Thought that was going to end in tears. But don't call me Nostradamus, Jimmy James for nothing. Top 3, Bagnaia, Martin Vinales as expected, Bastianini in 4th, but then I think there was carnage, probably going through Ram's Hook actually. If you look at the speed and where the bike went, that's 160 mile an hour, is it, through there? I'd like to see that one again. No doubt we will get a shot of it because Alessia is up. But just trying to see what's happened. Oh, we're having a look now. So he lost the front going through Ramshook, really closing in on Digi, but Digi was on the limit, and if you close so quickly on another rider, you're pushing your luck there. He probably scrubbed a little bit of speed off actually there, so maybe 120, 130. But that ain't gonna tickle. Especially when he wakes up tomorrow morning. Now he's getting a little bit older away. Looks like he might have done his collarbone. He's holding his wrist, so that's either a dislocated shoulder. Hopefully it's not a broken collarbone. Dislocated shoulder will pop it back in. He'll be a little bit weak tomorrow, but he'll still probably race. Alex Marquez got the 3-second penalty as expected. I'm not sure what position that'll put him in. Be something maybe around 9th. But either way, your top 3: Pecco Bagnaia, Jorge Martin, Maverick Vinales. Martin now in the lead by just 15 from Bagnaia. Marc Marquez 44 behind after he crashed out early on in the race, losing the front. So on that note, we'll end this as live stream. Join us live on Sunday morning for Moto 3, Moto 2 and then Moto GP. If you haven't done so already, please hit subscribe. Click that like button. It's important to us and it doesn't take much time to do, so we appreciate that. Ping that notifications bell. I am Jimmy James. You've been watching Catch It Live First. We'll see you tomorrow.